Hi everyone, I am recording a demo video for the functions that I am trying to introduce in this PR. So first one is actually not a function but a variable. So let me just give you an overview of that. So I am in the let's auth package. If you want to find the source, it's in github.com try community and it's the auth repo. So this repo is set up to use a system package and there is a template that is trying to use that package. So this is a perfect test ground for us. So I will show you what I have here. I have this template file and if we go into its fastn ftd, I can see that I have a fastn app mounted at forward slash dash slash auth. So what I'm gonna do is I will first go to the template and inside of the index page, I will delete everything because we don't need any of that. And I will try to print the value of this variable. So I am going to run fastn in the template folder. So let's add the offline flag. We don't want things updating. And let's go to the index page. So as you can see, it is printing the value of the package where we run fast and serve. That is let's auth template dot dot site. So if you are curious, this value is exactly this guy. Now, why do we need this variable? Well, the need arises when you try to first show me what happens when we try to print the value of the same variable from the mounted package. So we are mounting let's auth site, which is here. And if I delete, maybe I should not be deleting everything from here, but I'll just add the copied text in the bottom. And I am just going to restart the server just in case, although I did not need to. And then I will go to the mounted path. So as you can see, it is printing let's auth template.fifty.site. But this index.ftd file that was rendered there is actually coming from let's auth.fifty.site, not let's auth dot slash template. Now, if I go to let's auth.fifty.site and run the same thing, and this is the same index.ftd file, by the way. So I am just going to add hello in let's auth.fifty.site index.ftd, and as you can see, it is now printing let's auth.fifty.site because we are running fast and serve from this folder, and the fastn.ftd of this folder is let's auth.fifty.site. So why this is useful, I will just to make things clear, I will go to template again and I will run the this thing again. And now we are, even if we go to the mounted package, we are now printing let's auth template. So we need this because we can use this variable to determine if our fastn package is running standalone through fastn serve or if it is mounted in some another package. So I could easily put a condition here that only show this message. So let's say I could do something like if ftd.main-package is the name of my package, then show something else. So I can build logics like that. So for example, the design system package that we have, it could show a documentation when you are trying to run fast and serve from that, or it could show you or it could just hide that documentation part when it is mounted in some other app. So that is the use case for this variable. I will quickly walk you through the other app path function that we have. So I am going to go into the template index ftd, and now we are going to use app path function. So this guy, let's say that I want to construct a URL that is relative to the mount point of my Let's Talk app. So as you can see, I have mounted Let's Talk, Let's Auth. I'm sorry. So I have mounted Let's Auth on this path. So I want this something to begin with that. So I can say that prefix this forward slash something with the mount point of the Let's Auth app. I will explain you where this name comes from, but let's first see the results. So I am going to go to the root, and as you can see, it has been now prefixed with that. If I go into fastn.ftd, change this to S, let's say. In this case, because I've changed fastn.ftd, I think I'll have to restart the server for real. And as I change mount point, it has been changed. I can also, by the way, let me just revert that. I can use this same function in the mounted package here. And in this case, uh, I can choose to ignore the app parameters, but I will not do that first. And I will restart, I will refresh, and when I go to auth, it is printing the same variable, which is this guy. Now, let me just change and make sure that, yeah, so I can even ignore the app parameter and it will still show the correct, intended correct output. What I mean by that is, when I don't provide the app path, the app parameter, the fasten runtime will see which app this file belongs to or which package, and it will get the mount point from there. So this index.ftd is defined in let's auth.fitra.site, and its system name is let's auth. So we will prefix the we will implicitly assume that the app parameter is let's auth. So what I mean by that is basically saying this or not saying this is the same thing. Now let's say that this let's auth package is trying to construct a link for some other app that it wants to so let's say that in the let's auth, for some reason we want to provide a link that goes to the design system. So how do we do that? So first of all, I could here say that this is going to go to the design system. Now this word ds actually comes from the system name. So this in design system is just called ds. So I'm calling it ds. So what happens when we do that? As you can see, it did not prefix it with anything. Why it did not do that? Because we don't have ds mounted in the template. We are running fast and serve from the template, by the way. So we have to mount design system. Let's say that we are mounting it at design system, and I am going to do that. I'm going to rerun the server. And now, since I mounted it at design system, I and this file is rendered from the auth package. So just to this, there are three packages involved. So the server is running from the let's auth template, where I have mounted two apps. One is at auth and one is the design system. Now the auth package index.ftd file, which is loaded in my browser, is actually trying to construct a URL for the design system, for which it has said that when want you to go to this path, I want you to go to your mounted design systems path, path that is relative to this. So that's why I said DS here, and that is how it is working. So I hope that makes sense. I can say let's auth here and it will mount it to myself, which is let's auth, or I can ignore it and it will do the same thing. So there is one more function that I have not yet implemented, which is which is the is mounted or has app function, which will basically tell you if the app that you are looking for is mounted or not. So let's say in this case, before creating this link, I wanted to know if even DS is mounted in your app before you mount this package, before you have mounted this package or not. Basically, oh, sorry, that is too much English that I got wrong. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you want to know before constructing this link that DS is mounted or not, you will probably want to check here that something like ftd dot is or has app DS, so something like this, and show this link only when the DS is mounted. So why this is useful for, let's say, when the design system has a header component and it wants to show a link to login, which it only wants to show when the auth package is mounted. So it, instead of it assuming, it can call this function and check if the auth package is mounted or not. So that's basically the idea. I will quickly create this function. I have not done that yet, so I will do that in this PR, and then I will create the documentation, and then we will be ready to merge this PR. So that is for the demo. See ya.